Hello! We are back at Crescentvaults. I'm not even sure what episode this is supposed to be. Yeah. But anyway, so far our Hall of the Kings is going quite alright. And if you remember, we have an engraver. And I'm super psyched about this, because this means we can actually get some engraving done much quicker. And I want you furnace operating as well. We need some fire dwarves to actually get everything done. So, Crescentvaults is actually shaping up quite nicely. I mean, every person who plays Dwarf Fortress, don't tell me. Okay, let me check the stocks real quick. Okay, as I was saying before, every person who plays Dwarf Fortress has a particular style they have, like a way they design rooms, and we don't have many aluminum bars, do we? But they have a way of designing rooms and a certain progression they like to follow. Like, they build certain types of machines at this point, they build workshops at this point. Some of them do it quite haphazardly, and some of them have a specific formula. I tend to have a formula, but it's more along the lines of, oh, I need this, or I need this instead of that, than any specific thing. Do we have any tin? Iron? We have a lot of iron. Zinc. And silver. No, we don't have a lot of silver. So hopefully with that peasant furnace operating, we can get some silver. And let me see. And let's make some pig iron so we can start steel production. But yeah, I remember first starting out in this game, oh lord, it was an ordeal. And I really hope pumps work like that. If any of you commented like pumps don't work like that or it does something else, then I'm afraid it's going to be a couple episodes before I get your advice. And we are losing... Okay. It seems like our alcohol stocks are being chowed down upon, and we really need a larger tavern. So first, let's make alcohol. I am told by certain parties that reality is merely an illusion caused by lack of alcohol. Forgot who it's from, but it's not mine, and that's all you need to know. I just thought it was clever. Oh. And I'm also going to need to bring up Legends Viewer again so we can see the next king. I still think that's a nice little memento, like the first king is one of the first of his kind. To me, that's just really swell. If you pardon the archaic vernacular. Mind if we talk with statistics? I mean, I work a lot with math, and statistics is something interesting, because you can get statistics to lie quite easily. But it's a valid form of information that's quite integral to our current society. Like, a whole thing about voting and gerrymandering has to do with statistics and voter inclination, if I remember correctly. But a fun thing to do about YouTube is plotting them on graphs. And if you do, you can kind of see that most channels start off with subscribers with an exponential increase, followed by a sort of sine curve with an average linear increase. And to me, that kind of stuff is fun and interesting. So, I want to... Can you build a bridge over a channel? Gee, I hope so. No, wait. Don't want to channel that or else we can't channel anything else. And it's probably not a good idea. Okay. So we'll channel that eventually. And it looks like I'm going to need to make a copper chest so I can store goblets in. So let's go to furniture, copper, chest. But yeah. I mean, just looking at YouTube stuff is kind of fun because, I mean, I'm attempting YouTube so far, and yeah, it's just like fun. I don't know how else to describe it. I mean, most people, they go, oh, math is terrible. No, it's not. Okay, I'll agree. Working with matrices and vectors in multidimensional space, yeah, that's not fun. Oh, they actually made an exceptionally designed image of 2 barrels, the symbol of our civilization. Yeah, it's like a little memento of home. And statue. Okay, I'm not sure which statue is which, so let's go here. Statue. Who, what, when, where, and why, and how. So, let's bring you back when I actually figured out the statues and which one I want to actually construct. So see you then. So, believe it or not, I actually forgot that I'm only making the statues of kings and copper. So, yeah, I'm kind of done. So let's make some mugs. I'm gonna mug you with stone mugs. Interrupted by combat. Chimpanzee, hunting. So it looks, yeah, there's a lot of apes and monkeys and stuff. You know, chimpanzees are the closest genetically to humans. So that's cool. Well, I wouldn't say cool, but it's nice to get an idea of the ecosystem. Thinking of diversifying and trying out different games, because to me that'd be cool. I mean, I'm probably going to play Dwarf Fortress for a very long time, but I think it might be a good idea to try some other games. So I was wondering, what would you guys think would be a cool idea? I tend to like strategy games, more specifically Space 4X games, but a lot of those games I tend to enjoy a lot. They tend to be really, really old, and they have still not buried that one dwarf. You know what, I'm going to deconstruct this workshop because this better not be what's causing this to happen. Okay, deconstruct. I mean, isn't that... One moment. Welcome back. Or not welcome back, it's just I finally figured out what to do. So I guess I kind of said welcome back to myself. But I forgot you had to press X when you go to the Q menu to deconstruct something. And it looks like they're finally burying the poor guy. Thank goodness. Because I was getting super tilted. And I guess it just goes to show, even if someone's been playing Dwarf Fortress for years, he still forgets the dumbest things. And our second king. Yeah, so this took me way too long to figure out. But if you're going to something and you want to find out specifically what it is, the keystroke is T, and then you can just highlight something and it'll show what it is. And it's also useful to seeing what's actually inside. A pearl millet. I think that's a type of wine. And we want more rock pots so we can store more food, so we can do more stuff. And did my beekeeper die? Is that why the hives aren't being built? Yeah, I think our beekeeper died, which is unfortunate. And, ooh, we actually have someone who has a lot of jewelry and stuff, so we can do that. But sorry for the interruption of the conversation. So, here's what I am thinking. And is that dwarf trap there now? I think the way that the workshop is designed means that they get trapped. Which is kind of hilariously dumb, but anyway. So I was just wondering what kind of ideas, what kind of games would you guys like to play? Because all the suggestions I'm going to make right now are all games I want to play, but I just specifically want to see what you guys think. So I'm thinking that we could... There's a game called Moon Hunters, which is a random gen kind of myth generator thing, which I think is fantastic. I've played it a couple times, but not too closely, and we can start a whole new game like that. There's a game called Dead Cells, which is a Metrovania Dark Souls-esque game, which might be fun to try out. There's Crusader Kings 2. It's a strategy game, and I think that would be fun to play, because I've been trawling on Reddit, and it seems like the two weirdest games to try out is Crusader Kings and Dwarf Fortress, and RimWorld, but I don't have RimWorld yet. I like MOBAs, so if any of you is interested in seeing me failing regularly at a MOBA, that might be something. Or something in the vein of Dwarf Fortress, there's something called NetHack. It's pretty much the great grandpappy of all roguelikes. It's also notoriously difficult and hard to understand, but I can actually play it. I'm not good at it, and I've never beaten it, but I can play it. So those are some choices. If you guys have another kind of game you want to see me play, or just see a Let's Play of, why aren't you going? Let's chop down all the trees. I think the trees are preventing the wind from going. At least I hope that's it. If not, then we're actually going to have to build our millstone higher up, or closer to the seashore, because there's a lot of wind near the seashore. Yeah, but okay, we're going to need more charcoal. So the genres I'm most interested in is strategy, MOBAs, RPGs, and various indie titles. So if any of those seem interesting, just say so in the comments below. But yeah, I mean, it still surprises me that there's actually some people actually watching this regularly and seem to enjoy it. So thanks for that. I noticed you. I saw you in my analytics. Windmill? Let's see if I can build it here. No, it doesn't. Oh man. So let me try that again. So I can build this here, but I can't build this here. Why? Is it because there's a staircase? So let me try to delete the staircase. Remove upstairs/ramp. Yeah, it's been designated. Okay. So you want to know an interesting feature I think would benefit Dwarf Fortress greatly? Detail menu similar to the Crafts Dwarves and Mason Shop for the kitchens. Because I think it would be really interesting being able to actually designate the ingredients you want for the meals you have for your dwarves. Because I really like the idea of cooking with honey. And yeah, the whole thing with the hives is that we needed a beekeeper. So they'll get around to installing a hive. Let's do not gather any products for any of these. Like if you gather a product, it destroys the hive, but installing a colony ready means you install it when it's split. So what you want is they take the wild colony, they install it here, and then eventually after a certain period of time, it'll be ready to split. And you'll have to choose whether to split it and install it in another hive, meaning you could double your production, or you want the honey desperately. Now the max number of hives I think is 40, and it looks if you press T, you can actually see if there's honeybees. And there's 13,070 of them in here. But yeah, looks like Crescentvaults is really coming together. And I wonder if we actually have enough marble blocks to actually finish this up. Well, looks like we made pearl ash, so let's attempt to make some glass. I want blocks. I forgot what exactly the window is. I know you can make gem windows, so let's just make gem windows. And I think the raw clear glass is the blocks. Now, it probably won't be able to make all the clear glass we need, but it'll be enough. So, the jewelry. Are you trapped again? You know what? The jewelry shop is making so many headaches. So I'm just going to take out that wall. It'll make it look significantly uglier. But it means we won't lose any more jewelers like we did that one time. Oh my goodness. I mean, you guys see that, right? They didn't bury him for the longest time because they couldn't access him, and he probably died because he couldn't escape. I've never had that problem before. I guess it's just the orientation or something. And it looks like he managed to escape. So let me see. How do you make gem windows again? Okay, let's cut some of these first. I like the idea of red flash opals. Okay, it looks like we can't cut them. Let's cut these instead. Okay, it looks like they made pig iron, so let's make some steel. And I believe we should have enough copper to make a full set of armor. To practice armor smithing. And I'm still not sure if anyone got to me with the differences between a shield and a buckler. I think it's just design-wise, but they have the same purpose. And let's make the next king as a copper statue. So yeah, frankly, I think this is... Having an entire hall of kings, I think, is a very dwarven thing to do. And I just like the lore and idea behind it, that this is supposed to be the safe refuge of our civilization. We have the bank, which means it has the monetary power. We have some traps and stuff we're going to construct, so for the safety of the citizens. Eventually we're going to have a militia. And we're going to have a couple great works and hopefully a masterpiece. And we're going to have the giant waterfall in the temple. So it's starting to really come together. So let me bring it all. Dungs. Lovely name. It's a forgotten beast. The only one of its kind, a gigantic feathered tarantula. Not only is it spider, but it's a feathered spider. Fantastic. Has a poisonous bite. Is associated with deformity in caverns. Broad shell in its gaunt appearance. Legends viewer booted it up for me. And let's check out the third king. His name is Tulpland. Great judge of intent, kind of like our current queen. Wanted to make a great work of art, but he was struck down by a troll, and he worshipped the fire imp deity. So it looks like our kings have a history of worshipping the fire imp dude. Dishmab, the nail of strength. Okay, so he was killed by a troll, a sort of ignoble end. So let me bring him up. Tool. Yeah. Did I? Okay, let's do it again, just in case. Okay. So that should be good. And you know what? I think I'm going to resolve the episode here. thanks so much for watching, and I hope you're enjoying seeing Crescentvaults grow.